If you're searching for a Nextiva alternative right now, I'm going to guess why. The contract felt unfair, the help desk was slow, or the texting just wasn't enough for your practice. Those are real problems. But here's what most videos won't tell you. The issue isn't just Nextiva. The issue is that general phone systems were never built for medical offices. Switching to another general tool won't fix that. My name is Anmol. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Emitrr. We work with more than 1,000 medical practices across the United States. Hundreds of them came to us from Nextiva. In this video, I'll walk you through what's actually going wrong and what to look for when you're choosing something new. Let's start with why practices leave Nextiva. The first reason is contracts. Nextiva locks customers into terms that are hard to exit. There are minimum user requirements. You can't reduce your seat count mid-contract, and if you try to leave early, there's a penalty fee. We've spoken with practice owners who knew it wasn't working, but they couldn't leave without paying to get out. The second reason is the help desk. When your phone system goes down in a medical office, that's quite serious. Calls are coming in, patients can't reach you, and you're waiting on hold with someone who doesn't understand how a front desk operates. That's not a minor inconvenience, that's lost revenue and frustrated patients. The third reason is texting. Nextiva does offer messaging, but it's very basic. No bulk texting, no group messaging, no shared inbox for your team. And calls and texts are in completely separate screens. So your front desk is constantly switching back and forth. Nothing connects back to the patient record. That last part is the real issue, and I want to spend some time on it. Nextiva was built for digital businesses, sales teams, online businesses, companies where customer data is present in a sales platform. Your practice is different. Patient data is present in a medical record system. That's where appointments are scheduled. That's where refill requests need to go. That's where all your compliance records are there. If your phone system can't connect to that record system, you're doing manual work every single day just to fill the gap. Most practices don't realize how much time disappears into that gap. Here's a simple example. A patient calls in. The first 30 seconds of every call is spent asking for a name, a date of birth, then searching the system to find the record. If your practice gets 100 calls a day, that's 100 to 200 minutes of your team's time every day. On something the right phone system handles automatically, there's a feature called Call Pop. When a patient calls in, their record appears on screen before anyone picks up. Name, date of birth, upcoming visit, all of it right there. Your front desk picks up already knowing who's calling. That one feature changes how the whole day runs. Nextiva doesn't offer that for medical record systems. Here's something else worth knowing. Every conversation your practice has with a patient should be in the patient chart. Every text, every call, every voicemail. With a general phone system, those conversations stay locked inside the phone platform. They never reach the patient record. From a compliance standpoint, that's a real exposure. Most practices coming from Nextiva aren't aware of it. Not because they don't care, but because the tool makes it nearly impossible to stay fully compliant. Now let's talk about prescription refills. In many practices, up to 40% of incoming calls are refill requests. Every single one follows the same pattern, same questions, same details collected, same case to create for the pharmacy team. That is exactly the kind of work an AI agent can handle. The call comes in, the AI picks up, it checks the patient details in real time, it collects the refill information, it creates the case automatically. No human needed for that step. We've seen this reduce call volume by 40% in practices that use it. Nextiva can't do any of that. Not because they're not a good company, but because their product was never built for this. It was built for sales teams, not for a front desk handling 200 patient calls a week. That's the real mismatch, and no amount of switching to another general system fixes it. Let me come back to contracts for a moment. Medical practices change fast. Providers come and go, offices open and close. More than 50% of front desk staff leave in the first year. A contract that penalizes you for changing your situation is not built for how healthcare works. At Emitrr, even on an annual plan, you can leave with 60 days notice, no penalty fee, no seat minimums you can't change. That's how it should work. On the help desk side, I'll be straightforward. Emitrr is rated 5 out of 5 for customer care. That's across more than 2,000 locations. Every customer gets a dedicated person who handles setup, system mapping, number porting, and workflow building. And that person stays with you after launch. That's not the experience most practices describe coming from Nextiva. So if you're looking at alternatives, here are 5 questions to ask every platform. 1. Does it connect natively with your medical record system, not through a third-party connector, a direct first-party connection? 2. Does it have call pop that shows patient data before the call is answered? 3. Can the AI actually take action inside the record system, like booking an appointment or creating a refill case? Or does it just collect information and hand it back to your team? 4. What happens if you need to reduce users mid-contract? What's the exit situation? 5. Is this platform built specifically for healthcare, or is healthcare just one of 50 industries on their website? Those 5 questions will tell you more than any feature list. If you want to see how Emitrr works in a practice like yours, go to emitrr.com and book a demo. We work with practices on Athena Health, ECW, and several other record systems. The demo is a walkthrough of the actual product, doing the actual things I described in this video. If this was useful, subscribe to the channel. I make videos like this every week based on what we actually see working with practices. I'll see you in the next one.